It's time to talk about the top indie comics coming out this week for New Comic Book Day on January 26th. So stay tuned for that. But first, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing here. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you are looking forward to this week for New Comic Book Day, and please like the video. Alright, welcome back everybody. Before I get into the top 10 picks, I'm going to start out with a pick that's something you should be looking forward to picking up this week, but it's not a new issue, it's a set of issues actually, and it's crazy. It is the Something is Killing the Children Slaughter Pack Bundle number 1 with some beautiful David Mack art on all the covers. So I'm very much looking forward to picking up this week. But of course, you guys know I'm a big Something's Killing the Children fan. These are phenomenal covers, reprinting issues 1 through 5. It is a $39.99 price tag is what it looks like. I don't know if shops are going to charge more because of what it is or not. I don't think there's any news about it being limited or anything like that. So hopefully it goes for price. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to getting these awesome David Mack covers for a character that I really enjoy. So that is my kind of honorable mention because it's not really a new issue, and I want to talk about those in the top 10. But fantastic covers coming out from David Mack for Something's Killing the Children. So for my number 10 pick, I'm going to start with something from Titan Comics. We've got Cowboy Bebop number 1. So this is based on the Netflix live-action adaptation of the original anime, and it is a new story set, I think, after that, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's just the adaptation of the Netflix live-action. I don't know. Dan Waters writing, Lamar Mathurin on the art, and Stanley Lau Art Germ doing the cover A, which is phenomenal. The interior art's pretty cool looking, very dark, but also like the colors that are used are very vibrant and bright. So looks like it could be pretty cool. I have not yet read the manga or seen the original anime, but I have always heard such good things about it, and then I heard kind of a mixed response to the live action, which seems to be the case every time an anime gets adapted into live action so far. But we'll see how now the adaptation back into comics works. But that's my number 10 pick this week. Number 9 this week is from Black Mask Studios, and it is an issue number 9. It's Destiny New York from Pat Shand. This series just been excellent. I love this magical world that's being created and the drama that comes out from all of this, and it's getting crazy. We're on issue number 9, so we're in, I guess, that second volume right now. There's Kickstarter versions that already, this world is massive. It's very built up. Side characters have gotten their own stories, and so this world is really cool that Pat's been building up. And every time this comes out, I'm always excited to read it. I don't talk about it too much. We talked about it a lot when it first came out. We talked to Pat on the channel when it first came out. So I always am trying to talk about new things coming out, but this is still one of the books that I'm always looking forward to reading. So I thought I'd bring it back in this top 10 this week because there's maybe a little bit less this week that I have on my list for indie comics. So Destiny New York number 9 is number 9 on my list. For number 8, going to Dark Horse Comics now, and this one is from Brian Michael Bendis and Stephen Byrne, part of Brian Michael Bendis's Jinx World imprint that is now at Dark Horse, and it is Joy Operations issue number 3. It has been great story so far. We've gotten both the first 2 issues out, and I'm enjoying what's going on here. It's very action-packed. This says wall-to-wall explosive action in the brand new world of sci-fi splendor. Yeah, definitely enjoying sci-fi world that they're building up here. Hopefully this is like a volume 1 and there'll be more, because this is a pretty intriguing world that's going on right now. But that is my number 8 pick for the new comics coming out this week. And coming in at number 7 is another series that I've been reading for a while. We had volume 1, a break, and now volume 2 has been going on. And it is Two Moons in issue number 9. So we're getting close to the end. There's 5 issue story arcs that they do here. And John Arcudi and Valerio Giangiordano have been doing an excellent job with this story. This volume 2 is set many years after the volume 1, but really is another period of Native American history that is really, he's bringing in some historical aspects, but obviously it's fantastical as well. We've got monsters and demons and things going on that are playing a part in this, and Ghost War is the title of this volume, and they are bringing in the Ghost War, which is starting out really great. Two Moons Francis and a small squad of buffalo soldiers are stranded in the wild Kansas grasslands, all alone against a growing army of the living and the dead, and nobody is coming to help them. So issue number 9 coming out this week. But this whole series, if you have not checked out Two Moons, you really should go back, read volume 1, and then pick up the issues for volume 2, or go ahead and wait for volume 2's trade to come out and read that, because it's a very intriguing story and brings in some historical aspects without getting too bogged down in true history, bringing in some of the aspects of the supernatural, but then also really, I feel like, doing justice to some underrepresented groups. So that one was my, what was that? That would have been my number 7 pick for this coming New Comic Book Day Indie Comics. And so coming in for number 6 is House of Slaughter number 4 from James Tynion, Tate Bromble, art by Werther Dell'Edera, and cover A by Chris Sheehan. Jace embarks on the life or death trial that all white masks must undergo, the ritual hunt. Meanwhile, Aaron is torn between his burgeoning feelings for Jace and his duty to the house, but not for long, if Jessica Slaughter has anything to say about it. Very intriguing story of Aaron and Jace that we've got going on here. I like that we're bringing in a lot more information about the House of Slaughter and about the fact that there are other houses out there, Jace formerly being a part of one of those, and more about their rituals and things that they do. And I think after this first volume, we're going to have a lot more information that will help going into issue 21 of Something is Killing the Children. So very excited to check out the rest of this volume and see how they resolve this story between Aaron and Jace. There are some preview pages up on Previews World for this issue as well. So yeah, it's my number 6 pick this week. Coming in for number 5 is an issue number 5, and that is He Who Fights with Monsters number 5 from Francisco Artabani, and again, Werther Dell'Edera doing art on this one. Violence erupts in the city as the resistance moves forward with their plans, but Radek and the people he loves are caught in the crossfire. Will they reach safety before things get out of hand? Will the creature do as they hope and protect them? Or will its very presence bring their persecutors right down on top of them? So we've gotten our monster, and they talk about even making more of these golem monsters to help protect their people from the Nazis. Haven't had that happen yet, but it's been a really good story so far, and seeing this protector and what it might be able to do for them is really a good, it's a lot of fun to read and see, especially this historical period has had so many stories told about it, about the Nazis, about World War II. And so I think this is a fresh take on some of that I haven't read before. But that is my number 5 pick this week. It's been a great story coming from Aegis Comics. And that takes us into the number 4 pick, which is from Image Comics, and it's Frontiersman number 5 from Patrick Kindlon and Marco Ferrari. I really love this wilderness superhero. I originally wasn't going to read this story, and I found out about kind of what happened in issue 2. Thought, well, that's really cool. So I went back, read issue 1, 2, been hooked on it ever since. Issue 5 is the end of the first story arc. Sounds like that means we're going to have more story arcs of Frontiersman, so that's awesome. Hopefully it's not a huge break in between. But issue 5, my number 4 pick this week for Indie Comics, coming out on Wednesday. Number 3 is one that you guys know I'm a big fan of, is Space Bastards. And this is Space Bastards Special Delivery. It's an extra-sized one-shot from the minds behind Space Bastards. So Joe Aubrey, Eric Peterson writing the story still. Art by a lot of different people. We've got art by Simon Bisley, Boo Cook, Gabo, Pete Pentazis, and Glenn Fabry. So we got a whole smorgasbord of artists on this, which is really cool. And they're artists that they've had do some issues in the past, and Gabo was their original artist for Space Bastards, but was not able to stick with it, so that's when they actually switched artists. And yeah, so we've got Postmaster General Roy Sharpton must rely on an untested green recruit to save the Intergalactic Postal Service. Fledgling entrepreneur crosses paths with a trio of bastards. Planetary authorities try to get some answers after innocents are gunned down in a feathery neon pink bloodbath. 3 short stories featuring art by Gabo, Boo Cook, and the legendary Simon Bisley, all under a cover by Glenn Fabry. So this one shot, I think, concludes what's going to be the Humanoids Volume 2 for Space Bastards. I know they're talking about Volume 3 and 4 of their hardcovers coming soon, so stay tuned for that. We will probably have them back on the channel to talk about that when it happens. I think the last time they did Kickstarter, they might just go straight to the website this time. I'm not sure. I gotta find out, see what's going on there. But very excited for new Space Bastards content again. So special delivery coming out this week. So that's my number 3 pick. For number 2, gotta go with a number 2, right? Stray Dogs, Dog Days number 2. Tony and Trish have just made such a awesome story with the original Stray Dogs, and seeing more about the dogs and more potential horror going on, it's been great. So it's a 2-issue miniseries here with the Stray Dogs, Dog Days, and this is the last. Take this last walk with us as we say goodbye to old friends, meet some new dogs, and make one final trip out to the Master's House of Horrors. Oof. Ha. Woof. Yeah, there we go. But that's the miniseries finale. That is it for Stray Dogs. I wish I could say there would be more, but at some point you can't make it continue to go on. It is awesome how it is, and they told the story that they wanted to tell. So super popular story that's come out of this, and I'm very happy and excited for them that happened. But this will be it. This is the end. Stray Dogs, Dog Days number 2. And of course, my number 1 pick this week has to go to the best long-running indie book around, Saga. Of course it's Saga. Saga number 55. Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples bringing back a story about Hazel and her star-crossed family for a new story arc. So where have they been? As thanks for fans' endless patience, the Saga team is proud to return with a double-length issue, 44 pages of story for the regular $2.99 price point, without variant covers or gimmicky renumbering. Just more pulse-pounding adventure, heart-wrenching character drama, and glorious graphic sex and violence as Saga begins the second half of the series and the most epic chapter yet. That means that's going to be 54 more issues of Saga coming. First, if you have not read Saga at all, you need to. Issues 1 through 54 are collected in a compendium omnibus, and it is so worth it. There's also some hardcovers, I think 3 hardcovers to make up the first 54 issues. It is worth it. It is emotional. It is great story, though, and worth all of the tears that you will have from it. And I imagine we will get more of that coming in this chapter as well, starting here this week with issue 55. So that is why it's my number one pick. It's going to be everyone's number one pick probably, but I absolutely love this story and the characters that have been created from it. So I'm looking forward to this one the most this week. There's a lot of good stuff coming out this week, though. So, of course, you got your pick of things there. But that's it for me for talking about the top picks this week. So please, if you're not subscribed already, go do that down below. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you are looking forward to this week for New Comic Book Day. And as always, collect what you love. See you next time.